Yo, welcome to another YouTube video. I actually waited until nighttime to make this one. My plan for a long time has been to make my YouTube channel very expansive. Put my gloves on, by the way. And well, no, it's not as necessary as a mask, but they're as necessary as a jacket. But my plan has been to make my channel very expansive for a long time now. Okay, I'm using the right mic. And so what we're doing now is I'm going to react to a scary video compilation by someone named Bizarre Bub. Maybe you guys have heard of them. I actually had a conversation with someone in the comments because I don't know my copyright stuff. I hope the video is coming out alright, but this is like 25.5 minutes long exactly. So let's not waste any time, just get right into it.
In the following video, a group of friends are having a small gathering as they all collectively sing to a song of worship. The person recording pans around the room to capture this harmonious ceremony, thinking that this evening will end well. But little did they know that something would happen during this gathering that would haunt them forever. Be sure to pay close attention, as no one had noticed it until looking closely. Take a look.
I just accidentally took off my mask. I wear a mask for a reason.
As the camera pans over to the hallway, a shadow-like figure can be seen bolting down the hall at a speed beyond human capacity. Its rapid movement and dark appearance were enough to leave the family extremely unsettled. Viewers believe that the ceremony might have had something to do with the sudden appearance of this figure. They can't help but think that this may have been some sort of dark entity that was provoked by the ceremony. Not much info is given on this video, so it's hard to be sure if that's so. But whether paranormal or not, the sudden appearance of this dark figure is creepy alone. Just what exactly was caught on camera?
That wasn't bad at all.
There's a place in Mexico that used to be known as the Disneyland of Latin America. Reino Mágico was a small theme park that opened in 1988 and closed only a few years later after multiple fatal accidents took place inside the park. It's unknown if the park had shut down for this reason, but some believe that the park had closed its doors for the simple fact that many visitors reported paranormal experiences while being there. This isn't surprising to some people, as the park was built on a cemetery. Urban explorers are certainly creeped out by this fact, but they're even more creeped out by the statues that were left behind.
Okay, so I'm not sure why you would build a park over a cemetery. People do that, but it's just not a smart move to make overall. And fun fact, I wanted to tell the story. I forgot about it whenever I made my last video, but maybe I should probably get to a brighter spot before I tell it. Hold on.
Rumor has it that the statue of Snow White is haunted. Nightly visitors have reported seeing the statue in a spot that was not the same as where it was originally seen. It's as though it moved on its own. One night, a group of friends visit the abandoned theme park when something...
Okay, there we go. Okay. My background's in. But yeah, one time I went to because haunted like roads or streets do exist. I have heard and I've been told multiple stories about people who have went to a haunted road and some weird creepy crap has happened to them like afterwards. Like one thing weird happened to me after I visited one of these haunted roads. And that road was called, I think it was Devil's Road or Demon's Road, something like that. And I went with the family. Now, we had these, like, special stones that, you know, prevented us from evil or something like that. And, you know, I was told to hold them and keep them close to me. This was, I think, years ago. I've lost them already. But this wasn't too many years ago. It was like 2 years ago, maybe. And nothing happened while I was there. My mom said my mother said that she, like, saw some, I think it was a military unit, some family. And that's all that happened to her, I think. The thing that happened to me, though, happened, like, it wasn't that creepy. Because, like, whenever we went home, whenever we were walking up the stairs to get to the front door and come into the house, I saw a chicken's foot on the second step, which is the middle step. And I didn't notice it until I started walking up the steps. And whenever I noticed it, it quickly withdrew from the step. And the thing is that, like, I do own chickens. I do. But at that time, we had a very small amount of chickens, and we made sure that they go into their pens at night. And none of them are out every time. Every time they're all up. And the thing is, I saw it again the morning. Now, both times I didn't really think of it much. Like, at the moment, whenever it disappeared, I was like, oh crap. And, like, I worried about it for a little bit. But it wasn't that bad. But the black background for me, I didn't put that. It just looks black. Whenever I look back, it's brightened by this. But whenever it happened in the morning, it didn't go away whenever I noticed it. It went away after I started messing with it. Now, I found a stick and I poked it. I think that's what happened, or I just got a really close look at it. And whenever I did that, it just vanished again, like before. It didn't really scare me like it did last time, because last time it was the middle of the night whenever we got home, I think. This time it was in the morning, so the sun was out, blah, blah, blah. We were fine. And at that time, I had a fear of the dark. I got over that. But at the time, I had a fear of the dark and what's in the dark. So whenever that happened to me, I was worried. But the second time, I wasn't worried at all. That's the air conditioner outside my room. But yeah, that's it. That's my story. No, nothing happened after that. But I do want to revisit the place, and I want to be there alone, because I'm dumb. And I just want to hang out there for a while. That's something I just want to do. Now, obviously, I want, like, my family to bring me there, and, like, you know, stay around the truck or car or whatever we use to get there, and, you know, I'll just be in the place, you know, just sitting around and doing whatever. But, you know, it's something I just want to do. Self-defense. It's actually heavier than normal katana, by the way. Let's get back into the video. I stalled for too long.
Very strange is captured on camera. Take a look.
This video won't be edited at all, by the way.
Aguanta, espérate ahí. No te muevas. No mames, no te muevas ahí.
Like, it won't be edited unless I say so.
Güey. Ese no es el velador, güey. No. No, aguanta. Deja que mi cámara enfoque bien, Deja que mi cámara enfoque bien, güey. Eso no es el velador. No digas perras mamadas, güey. Perdón.
I'm getting, like, a tad bit creeped out, but not even creeped out. It's just like that feeling in your heart. It's like it feels kind of weird. That's about it.
fue aquí. No digas mamadas, güey. Miren. No digas mamadas, güey.
It could have been just disposal.
No, Yus. No. No, güey, no mames.
¿Qué fue eso, güey?
No sé.
No mames, güey. No.
¿Crees que haya sido ella?
Güey, nos estamos desviando más. ¿Cuándo, compadre?
No mames, güey, no mames.
Feeling beyond spooked, the group sees what looks to be another person inside the park. But as they look closely, they see that whoever this is appears to be wearing a dress. They continue to watch and notice that how they walk is a bit strange. Fast forward to the group seeing the statue of Snow White, and it's at this point that they realize the color of its dress is the same as the one worn by the person they saw. Could it be that the so-called person was actually the statue moving on its own? The group seems to believe this, but of course, it isn't certain if that's the case. Had the group actually seen the statue moving on its own, or was this something else? Feel free to let me know your thoughts on this one. The following video comes from a man named Bobby, and in this footage, Bobby is standing outside of his daughter's room where a strange noise was just heard. He checks on his daughter to see if she's okay, but hesitates to go inside. There's something in this room that scares him. Now, Bobby is someone who I featured in a previous video. Bobby and his daughter live inside an apartment where strange and unexplainable things have been happening for a while. From toys that seemingly move on their own as though possessed by something, to the sound of footsteps coming out of nowhere. This small family has had a fair share of unusual experiences.
That's your friend's corpse. Oh, it's not another roach. Sorry. Yeah, that's creepy.
Nah.
Because if it just like creaked open a little bit, then that'd be fine. But if it's like the entire thing now opens, then yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah.
Someone could have felt.
No, I'm
That's
good.
Bobby believes that his home is being haunted by the spirit of a little girl who previously lived in this apartment. According to his landlord, the young girl passed away from cancer. Viewers believe that the little girl is trying to play with his daughter since most of the activity occurs in her bedroom. One day, Bobby's daughter is taking a nap when a strange noise is heard from inside her room. Feeling a bit scared, he takes a look and captures this.
I feel like any normal person, like once they see something too bad that they're actually scared to check out something, they try to move out soon. If they have the money, that is. I have my hands resting on my fake katana, by the way. Comfort. For a second, I thought that was a cat. That's me snoring. And flying. I'm not bored. I'm making fun of the situation.
Whatever it was not even waking her up.
Creepy? Fairly creepy. Yeah. Protect your daughter and close the closet.
Come on, man. She's in here sleeping.
Bruh, the Loch Ness Monster be trying to get out of the closet. I'm gay.
Come on, man. You need to get out of her room.
Look, mate, I'm dumb. I tried to fuck with it.
Right?
I tried to make a Naruto and try to communicate first. God dang it. The screen blacked out again.
I'm good. 1 minute. You need to get out of her room.
Okay, now my leg feels a bit weird. I think I'm starting to get very slightly creeped out. And one reason is because the background is completely black. But I'm trying to
As
give
Bobby walks over to his
a chance.
daughter, who's a heavy sleeper, the closet behind him opens by itself without warning. Considering how often strange things happen at home, Bobby is used to this, which might explain his calm demeanor. He waits patiently for something else to happen while keeping an eye on his daughter. Fortunately, nothing happens, but this incident was enough to keep Bobby on his toes. He continues to watch over his daughter in case something like this happens again. Just like the previous incidents, this mysterious occurrence has yet to be solved.
Okay. Like, I'm getting
On
this
June
weird
9th
feeling.
of 2023, an unsettling video was posted by a girl named Pupe who was home alone when something pretty terrifying was captured. The video starts off with Pupe lying on the couch before she suddenly realizes that someone or something is in her house. She was on her phone when she glanced over at the corner of the room and saw what looked to be a person standing completely still. Someone was watching her. Although freaked out at first, she began to laugh as she had a feeling that this was either her friend or boyfriend who was pulling a prank. But little did she know, this wasn't a prank. A mysterious presence has invaded Pupa's home. The following is her video.
No! Oh, goddamn. Okay. I'll skip to it in a moment. Okay, so far, not that bad. The only reason my legs feeling a bit weird and I'm being like ever so slightly creeped out is because I can't see behind me through the webcam or whatever. And I'm not sure why, but my finger's a bit wet. And I don't want my gloves wet, so. But the only reason why I'm getting a little creeped out, like I said, is because I can't see behind me at all. Like, I have no, like, bare lights, nothing. And in my house, like, I have kind of a rundown house, not the best. I hear these, like, random noises. And that's not that bad. That's not that bad at all. We're on 17 minutes already. No. But yeah, I just noticed. I'm gonna leave my light on for a bit. I wish I could dim the light. If I could dim the light, I'd dim it like to where I could still see behind me through the camera. I used to have a plug-in like that could like plug into the wall. I think I threw those away. Dang. But yeah, for me, it's like... I can just check my phone. Hold up. It's 12 o'clock in the morning for me. Well, it's 11:59, but it's basically 12. Now, like, that means it's good morning, guys, you know? But let's get back into it. Like I said, I'm going to keep my lights on for a little while. And...
On June 9th of 2023, an unsettling video was posted by a girl named Pupe who was home alone when something pretty terrifying was captured. The video starts off with Pupe lying on the couch before she suddenly realizes that someone or something is in her house. She was on her phone when she glanced over at the corner of the room and saw what looked to be a person standing completely still. Someone was watching her. Although freaked out at first, she began to laugh as she had a feeling that this was either her friend or boyfriend who was pulling a prank. But little did she know, this wasn't a prank. A mysterious presence has invaded Pupa's home. The following is her video. Watch.
¡Qué miedo que das! ¿Qué haces? ¡Ey! ¿Quién sos? Andate de mi casa. ¡Eh!
Right when things are getting tense, the video ends abruptly. It's unknown as to what exactly happened afterward, but one can safely assume that Bupit was left extremely terrified. Now, Bupit has posted some videos after this incident, but in neither video does she go into detail about the events of that night. Perhaps this incident was so disturbing that Bupit is trying her best to forget about it. Although it's unclear as to what exactly was captured, there's no doubting that the video she took is just downright chilling.
Sometimes
It's late at night when a mother and daughter arrive home. The security camera at the front entrance records them pulling up to the gate of the house when out of nowhere, something very strange happens. This video was posted by Mary Carmen, the daughter in this video, who lives on a small farm with a lot of animals. Now, the animals on this farm would do things that would make her feel as though she were taking care of children. To her, this place feels more like a daycare than a farm. But the biggest child, according to her, is her dog, who's known as Scott. From dancing with his so-called mom, to going on boat rides whenever he gets the chance, Mary Carmen has a special place in her heart for Scott. But unfortunately, one night, something happened that left her completely devastated. She had come home with her mother after having dinner at a relative's when she found Scott lying in his bed. He seemed unusually quiet, which he never was. Scott had passed away. Now, it wasn't until grieving for days on end that she finally looked at the security cameras that captured Scott's final moments before passing. Based on the footage, he passed away only a few hours before Mary Carmen returned home. He was already gone before she came. But after looking at the footage of when she arrived, she immediately noticed something strange. What was captured had brought her to tears. Have a look.
Is it a bug? It's a snake. It's a snake. I'm not sure what the thing that flowed past the camera was, but that might be a snake, a raccoon, it could be anything like that. I can't make out what that is. Like I said, it could be a snake, raccoon. Maybe
a strange figure that looks to be a dog suddenly appears on camera. Mary Carmen believes that this may have been the spirit of her dog, given that he just passed away that same night. According to her, he seemed to be waiting for her to return home before departing. It's as though he wanted to see her one last time before going away forever.
I mean, I suppose
to this day, Mary Carmen watches this video to remind her that even though Scott is physically gone, he is still with her in spirit.
Literally.
But, like all videos, you be the judge on whether or not the ghost of her dog was captured.
Okay, this is less scary and more, in an odd way, wholesome. Wholesome's the wrong word. Not entirely sure what to say. It's a nice story. It's a nice story. My next video might be a try not to laugh one. Better mood. I'm cheating with the light. I know, I'm cheating. I just get worried over the dumb thing. I'm gonna leave the light on because so far I still have the feeling.
On May 24th of 2023, at around 10 p.m., a baby monitor captures something pretty spooky on camera. This video was posted by Marquette Jean, who's concerned for the safety of her daughter, as something very strange was captured inside her child's bedroom. The video begins with her daughter, who appears to be staring blankly at the window that's behind the camera. It's unknown as to what exactly it is that she's seeing, but whatever it might be, it seems to have her full attention. She continues to stare at this window when suddenly the camera picks up movement from inside the room. But as we can see in the footage, nothing is moving. Now the family used to have a cat, and the camera would often pick up the cat's movement, but no cat is seen here as their cat had passed away in August of last year. However, as Marquette watches the baby monitor, this happens.
What happens? Now, if it's like a spirit of a cat or a pet, I wouldn't call that a bad thing, because that means that your pet cares about you enough.
There's a cat in here?
Like, your pet cares enough about you to stay with you after they're dead.
Oh, sorry. Love you.
No.
Guys. Are you okay?
Like, they care about you so much that they're gonna, like, their spirit stays with you.
No, it's okay. I was just checking on you. Good night. I love you.
Now, I don't really find these creepy because, one, I'm not in the situation.
Why?
That part can be scary.
There's no monster in the window. I'll look. See? I'll look.
Mate, you saw your dead cat on the
Upon
camera.
seeing
You
a
have no room
strange
to say,
cat-like
oh.
figure on the baby monitor, Marquette bolts into the room and asks if a cat is in there. Confused as to what her mother had seen, Marquette's daughter replies no, but says that she's scared. According to her, there's a monster at the window.
There's no monster in the window. I'll look. See?
That's called a...
Marquette checks the window and finds nothing there. Although creeped out by her daughter's response, she's more unsettled by the supposed apparition caught on camera. The family believes this may have been the spirit of the cat that they once had, but later passed away due to cancer. Whether ghost or not, Marquette and her daughter are shaken up by this footage. Like all videos, the question is begged, just what exactly had occurred that night? If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com.
Guys, if I get 100 subscribers, I will spend a good amount of time making a creepy video. And I don't mean like, ooh, scary. I try to make it as creepy and scary as I can. Okay? Get to 100 subscribers, and I'll do it. I'll try to make one.
That being said,
pretty spooky.
let's get back to the video. In the following video, a man named Win is washing dishes in the kitchen when he hears a strange noise coming from his basement. This basement, according to Win, is a place that he and his family avoid entering at all costs.
Well, it's a basement.
There's something about it that isn't right.
It's a
Now,
basement.
not too long ago, something happened inside this space that neither Win nor his family could explain. As Win states, he was by himself in the basement when out of nowhere, a small swing he had recently bought began to swing on its own. Although not really sure how to explain this, it would be the following incident that occurred only days later that leaves him extremely baffled. While being alone at home with his son, a loud banging noise on the basement door is suddenly heard. But when he checks to see as to who or what was banging on the door, he finds no one there.
Can I get it?
Understandably, this occurrence has left the family feeling thoroughly petrified. But as if that wasn't enough to freak them out, the following video captures this. Win is down in the kitchen washing dishes when his dog starts barking at the basement door. He immediately takes out his phone and begins to record.
Go lie down. It's okay. Lie down. Stay. Been doing this all morning and I don't have time for this today. Stop.
You got a lock on it?
I got too much going on. You gotta cut it out. Oh, shit. Okay. Just gonna set it up.
I respect this dude. He sees a ghost flickering lights and opening the doors. He's like, no, not right now, mate. Maybe later, dude.
I asked you.
Broke up balls. I saw that. My vision may be doo-doo, but I saw that figure.
Please, not today. Just, cow. Little bunny.
Is it his shadow? Nope.
Sounding fed up with the supposed spirit, Wynn begs the entity to stop, but this only seemed to make things worse as the door to the basement began to continuously open on its own soon after. It isn't until looking closely at the doorway, however, that someone or something appears. Like something out of a nightmare, the shadowy figure seemingly fades into the darkness before reappearing again as a giant shadow. Feeling beyond spooked, Wynn is absolutely certain that he won't be entering this basement anytime soon. But as always, until more footage is brought forth, this video remains a mystery. This next video was recorded by a father who caught something pretty creepy while watching over his son. The father in this clip is known as Ricky Beetle, and it was sometime in the afternoon when he took this footage. According to Ricky, he was walking past his son's room when he heard him talking to himself. He was talking under his breath, muttering something that Ricky couldn't understand. It wasn't until listening closely, though, that he can make out a few words. Now, even though it sounded like total gibberish, his speech was similar to that of someone conversing with another person. It's as though someone else was there with him. It goes without saying, but the video that Ricky took is just downright eerie. Take a look.
Bet. I don't say bet that
Elliot,
much.
what are you doing? Oh, that's cool. What's that? What's that in the corner?
That's someone.
Oh, why have you drawn that?
We ain't.
Oh, really? What does he do? Why? Oh, really?
That's your dad and your mother.
Okay.
As if watching his son behave strangely wasn't already creepy enough, he shows him this, a portrait of someone that only his son is able to see. But eerily, this supposed person appears to be hanging by a noose wrapped around their neck. Ricky points the camera to where the so-called hanging man is apparently seen, but as expected, nobody's there. Or so it seems. Ricky's child seems pretty convinced that the hanging man is real, but for some odd reason, he's not allowed to talk about him. Now initially, Ricky wasn't really sure how to feel about this. It was only after the following incident, however, that he grew very concerned. Ricky is once again looking after his son when he hears him talking to himself just like before. He promptly reaches for his phone and captures this.
Elliot, what are you doing? Oh, really? Right.
I used to be a fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well, but I never really
So
was on
this is a
Star Wars.
photo of the hanging man he's seen in the corner of his room. I'm going to ask him to draw it again when I've ripped it completely off. Elliot, can you draw the hanging man for me like you did before? What if I don't let him, like you can sleep in my room, is that okay?
Yeah.
Right, so what's these on his face?
Cheers.
What's this? Oh, okay. Does he cry quite a lot?
Yeah, because he got his feet out of that.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay.
It was at this point that Ricky couldn't help but think that his son was seeing things. As some viewers have commented, perhaps Elliot is showing early signs of schizophrenia, but Ricky isn't totally certain if that's the case. Feeling unsure as to whether or not Elliot is expressing his imagination or showing symptoms of a mental illness, he decides to set up a camera in his room. Hopefully, what he captures will clarify this confusion. But to his shock, the following footage recorded this. Watch. Elliot appears to be speaking to someone when out of nowhere, his legs are seemingly pulled out of bed. In a state of disbelief, Elliot jumps off the bed and scurries out of the room. It seems that someone or something had tugged on his legs as though intending to cause harm. It was soon after watching this video that Ricky knew something was haunting his son. Although whether or not that's so, viewers agree that something supernatural was captured. But, as with all videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. Is something haunting Elliot? Or is something else going on here? Feel free to let me know what you think.
And that's it.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure to hit the bell.
Now, this video is so far like 35 or 36, can't really make out the number. But it's one of those. You should probably subscribe to this dude if you're into creepy stuff like this. I mean, he seems to do it pretty well. So, that was that. That was my first scary videos. I don't really have much to say that I haven't said already. But, you know, it was kind of entertaining. I'm not scared. I'm feeling like I feel a little bit shook. I feel like the best word would be. That's a very skinny owl. I feel a bit shook. That's about it. It could be worse, but I feel fine. Now, I feel like I would be a bit scared if I didn't turn on the light. But, yeah. Also, whenever it comes to blurring my lower face, that was me editing. Obviously. That one was me editing. But yeah, that's about it. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts. If you know anything scarier, you know, comment a link to that. Maybe if you guys get enough, I'll react to that as well. So, like I said, like stuff, like, maybe subscribe. And, you know. 8.